Hey guys, I'm back for chapter 2 of Eleanor the Snow White Fairy. So, chapter 1 was about them getting ready for the festival. And then they were talking about Jack Frost stealing the objects to their stories. This chapter is called Too Many Dwarves. The girls stared at the mirror in amazement. It's a talking mirror, said Christy. I've never seen anything like it, but you've read about it, said Rachel, suddenly excited. We both have in a story of Snow White. She turned the mirror around and looked into it. Her reflection glazed back at her. She feeling a little shy. Rachel cleared out her throat. How do I look? She asked. Once a silvery voice spoke again. Although you're so much fairer than the many I've seen, Snow White is more beautiful, has more beauty than you or the Queen. Rachel and Christy laughed and glazed into the mirror together. I love to see the real Snow White, said Christy. She must be incredibly beautiful. She is, said a tickling voice behind them. Look, Rachel exclaimed in the mirror. They could see the reflection of a tiny fairy fluttering behind them. It's Eleanor the Snow White Fairy, said Christy, whirling around. Hey, hello, Eleanor. Smiling, Eleanor flew over to land on their table. Her swishing black dress swirled out around her, and the pretty dark hair was set off perfectly by her yellow headband. Good morning, said Rachel and Christine. I've seen you found the magic mirror. It is really the one from the fairy tale. Rachel asked. Yes, I'm very glad to know where it is, said Eleanor, giving the mirror a little pat. But all the characters are still lost, and the stories are being ruined forever. Will be ruined forever if we don't get my magic jeweled hair comb. We'll be finding Jack Frost and the goblins, Christy promised. Hide in my backpack and we'll go downstairs and start searching. Eleanor flew into Christy's backpack, where Rachel tucked the magic mirror inside hers. Then they left the room at the top of the tower and hurried down the winding stairs towards the main castle. Halfway down, they saw a girl dressed as Little Red Riding Hood. Hello, called the girls as they dashed past her. Sorry guys, I'm trying to look how many pages are left. Little Red Riding Hood waved, but Rachel and Christy have already disappeared around the next. What the heck? Okay, hold on. Little Red Riding Hood waved, but Rachel and Christy had already disappeared around the next bend. Next, they saw a boy dressed as Jack from Jack and the Beanstalk. Good morning, called the girls as they clattered down the remaining steps and reached the hall. The boys just stared after them, which with his mouth open. Christy and Rachel giggled as they ran past him. Why does he look so surprised? Asked Christy. Maybe because he's never seen a fairy before, said Rachel, pointing at her wings as in with a laugh. Just then they heard loud noises of clattering, clanging, and shouting. It's coming from the castle kitchen. Christy exclaimed, "Come on, let's go and find out what's wrong." They didn't take them long to reach the kitchen. They burst through the door and stared at the colorful scene in front of them. The beautiful young woman was trying to pack a picnic, surrounded by dwarves. They were juggling and boiled eggs, bowling with apples, trying to balance sandwiches on their noses. Please, Lords, let the young woman," said the young woman in a gentle voice. "You're really not helping. You don't want to Don't you want to have a nice picnic?" "Yes, we want it right now," said one of the dwarves. He ran for some grapes in his mouth and chewed them with his mouth open. "What bad manners!" Rachel exclaimed. They're not normally rude to me," said the young woman, surrounding my steps. "We usually share a little cottage, and they're very sweet." Oh my goodness," said Christy. Are you Snow White?" "How do we know?" Snow White asked. There's only one beautiful princess who shares a cottage with lots of dwarves," Christy replied, smiling. But I thought there were only 7 of them." "That's right," said Snow White, surrounding surprise. "But there are more than 7 dwarves here," said Rachel. "Excuse me, everyone, would you like to line up so that we can count you?" After a lot of shoving and swishing and grumbling, the dwarves are standing in a very uneven line. Christy, Rachel, and Snow White have walked along and counted them. 11, said Christy. So it can't be," Snow White said. "Let's count them again." Halfway down the lines, of one of them words stuck out his foot, and Rachel tripped over it. She landed on her knees and let out a cry. "Ha ha, did you have a good trip?" asked the dwarves. Christy looked down and saw that the dwarves had tripped her and it had enormous feet. So the dwarves next to him and the next two as well, they were all sneakering, and Christy recognized the sneakering sound very well. Those aren't dwarves," she cried. "These are," pulling wrinkles, "they're goblins." Okay, guys, see you back in chapter 3. Bye.